Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. Hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're going to be speaking about Jaron Ennis versus Xander Zayas, full undercard being revealed, man. We definitely going to break that down and decide as a nation whether this is fire or a flop. You feel what I'm saying? But before we get into all of that, if y'all could please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into that 3,400 mark, about to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. What's going on? What's going on? How we feeling today, y'all? Let me know what it is. And for a lot of the people that was confused as to that video that I had put out earlier, man, well, it wasn't me that put the video out earlier. I had gotten a few comments, even had some guys from the gym reach out to me and be like, yo, what the fuck was this video about? What did you just upload? So I'm like, oh shit. I was hoping that nothing that like I personally recorded. I don't got anything crazy on my phone like that, but I was hoping that like something for my personal life wasn't put on fucking YouTube or whatever the case is. And it was a video that I had posted yesterday, but it's a voiceover featuring my son. Now, how did my little 2-year-old son be able to do a voiceover on a video that I had posted, then went out of his way to upload the video and have it posted on my channel? I have zero clue. I don't know how to wait. I didn't even know that he was even capable of knowing how to upload a video on YouTube or anything like that. He even tried to re-upload the same video. I had stopped him before. Mike almost posted the session. What session? I don't know what you're talking about. But no, for those of y'all who haven't seen it, man, check this shit out.
That's what makes
this kid is crazy, man. I don't know. This kid, his capabilities for a 2-year-old is absolutely insane. That's not the only thing that he did neither. He was actually sending videos to people while I was on Instagram, sending audio messages to people on iMessage. I can't even give this kid my phone anymore to watch videos because he'll go off and then he puts like 40 timers on my phone. So like every other minute I was getting like alarms going off on my phone. So this kid's insane. He called one of my friends when they text me to ask about the fight. Man, this kid is crazy. This kid is crazy. But anyways, man, he went to sleep really early today too, man. I got him doing like a little bit of I got him boxing a little bit at the gym. I got him hitting the bag, got him doing laps around the gym. The fact that he's able to even know how to like do the workouts is pretty cool too. You feel me? But anyways, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to my boy Justin Jackson in the building. He said card mid. Damn. Whew, okay. Josue Hernandez in the building. What's going on, brother? My day was well, man. I hope everything is all right with you and yours. He says card ain't mid. It's solid in my opinion. Good step-ups for Ben and Vargas and fight of the year contender to kick off the card. Yeah, we definitely going to talk about it. We definitely going to talk about it. They say he was networking. Michael was networking. He definitely was. Crazy as hell. Somebody by the name of Nico Jamal says, Mark, how you feel about the undercard? Because I hate that, John. Damn. Okay, man. I'm going to let a few more people get in here so we can have that conversation. I actually have the event pulled up on BoxRec right now. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen for the people to see. Shout out to the little sis Marissa in the building. How you feeling, sis? Let me know what it is. So this is the lineup right here, and I'm sure they're going to add more fights as it goes on. But as it stands, as of right now, we have Ben Whitaker, you know what I mean, which we've already heard rumors about him fighting on the card. Looks like he's going to be making. Is it his U.S. debut? Has he ever fought in the U.S. before? Yeah, this is going to be his U.S. debut. Looking to make his U.S. debut against Richard Rivera. So I guess he's making his U.S. debut against somebody with a record of 27-2. So looking at Richard Rivera right here, he's 27-2. Like I said, has a high knockout ratio, has about 20 KOs with 27 victories, and he's lost 2 times, but he has never been stopped. Richard his alias is Popeye the Sailor Man. Now, why they call him that, I have no fucking idea. But he's from Hartford, Connecticut. Has been inactive from what I've seen. Hasn't fought since my birthday, January 11th of 2025. And man, when you look at the dudes that he's, fought, man, look at this guy. The last guy he fought lost 6 times in a row prior to facing him. Then Devon Lee. I think I know who Devon Lee is. Yeah, I remember him. He can actually fight a little bit, but he was 1-5 in his last 6 fights. So this dude that I'm seeing, and Richard Rivera, he got a solid record, all that good stuff, man. When you start looking down the resume, he hasn't fought anybody notable, to be honest with you. He lost to Badu Jack, which is a world champion. But besides all of that, hasn't really fought anybody, man. He fought an undefeated dude, 8-0, lost to him majority decision. So that means one judge had it a draw. But regardless, looked like he got smoked on the scorecards. And then he fought Badu Jack and got beat up by Badu Jack. So, but they said it was a split decision. So, I don't know. But regardless, blowing up record, blowing up resume. Hasn't beat anybody notable in my opinion. He does have some names that I recognize on this list, but for the most part, nobody notable. You know what I mean? And the reason why I know some of these guys is because, they either fought pros that I've worked with in the past, or they just guys that I've seen fight in Philly before. But regardless, that's who Ben Whitaker is going to be facing, Richard Rivera. Wait, where is he from? Is he like a Puerto Rican? I don't know though. But regardless, Richard Rivera, that's who Ben Whitaker is facing. Let's go back to the event. And for Ben Whitaker, it's not the worst fight. Yeah, it's not the worst fight. They said he got robbed against Badu Jack a few years ago. But when you really look at what he's done in the sport, like he lost to an 8-0 though. He lost to an 8-0, bro. When you had well over 8 fights. So it was like unacceptable to even lose to somebody at that stature, to be honest with you. But regardless, he's not anybody notable. You feel what I'm saying? And with the type of promotion that Ben Whitaker has, there's this demand for him to face guys who, are bigger names. You know what I'm saying? So, that is an underwhelming fight, to be honest with you, but it may play out to be an exciting fight. I don't think Ben Whitaker is as developed as they claim him to be. I don't think he's as good as they claim him to be yet. So there's more that he has to prove. There's more that he has to show. To be honest with you, I feel like he hasn't really faced adversity in his career besides the fight that went to what was that, a draw? You know what I'm saying? A real controversial fight that he was able to, redeem from what I understand. I think he avenged that situation and knocked dude out. But all in all, man, he hasn't really done much. You feel what I mean? Got a lot of promotion behind him. He's a marketable kid. Just signed with Eddie Hearn recently. I get it. But, it's not the best fight to be made. But, in terms of notable names on this card, they've definitely done a great job. Now, let's look over at Ameiliano Vargas. Ameiliano Vargas, prospect of the year. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of attention around his name. He's a son of a former world champion and Fernando Vargas. He's been building up a good reputation. When we're looking through Ameiliano Vargas's box rec, he actually did pretty good in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? He did pretty good. I actually enjoyed that fight he had against Quintana. He showed the dude Quintana was tough. He definitely came to rumble. He wasn't playing around at all. And they went a good amount of rounds. It says right here that the fight got stopped in the 9th round or whatever the case is. But Ameiliano Vargas showed some good time and some good counter punching abilities. he showed fast hands. He showed some decent power as well. And he showed dog. You know what I mean? In my opinion, he showed dog. He showed that, you know what I mean? That he's willing to work. You feel what I'm saying? He's willing to work relentlessly to get the job done. Even if he's up on the card, he's still looking to go for the kill. So, you know what I mean? Definitely got some dog in him. He got some potential. He's going up against Bryce Mills, and it looks like a few small belts is on the line for this right here. You know what I mean? And as an up-and-coming contender, that's definitely something that you want, because these small belts put you in position to fight for the big belts. You know what I'm saying? Like the NABF right here, I think they're associated with the IBF from what I understand. The WBC USA Silver Super Lightweight title, we could laugh at that title, but that's what's going to get them further up the WBC rankings. And considering that Ameiliano's Mexican, you know what I mean, Fernando Vargas is his father, you know what I mean, and Mauricio's Mexican, they're going to have that connection. And, most likely the WBC is going to be the first. Either the WBC or the WBO is going to be the first ones to give Ameiliano an opportunity. Then, of course, the WBO Latino belt is on the line. A lot of Hispanic kids that's on the come up, fight for those belts and eventually fight for the world titles. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good, this fight's going to help level them up. But a lot of people don't know who Bryce Mills is. Now, if you're looking at Bryce Mills right here, he has a record of 22-1. He has 9 knockouts. He's never been stopped. Ranked in the top 15 on BoxRec in the country, in the top 50 in the world on BoxRec. You know what I'm saying? His manager is Russell Peltz. We all know Russell Peltz. Russell Peltz is from Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? And he's a legend, man. This dude, I don't even know how old he is at this point, bro. But, man, he's been around the block for a long time. He's done a lot of great fights, in the sport of boxing. And one thing about Russell Peltz is he's going to throw you into the lions then to see if you really cut like that. He's not somebody who's going to give you he's not going to be the one that's going to give you any layups. He's not going to give you no tune-up fights and nothing like that. You know what I mean? He's really going to throw you in there with animals. And if you come out, at the top of if you rise to the top, then you the truth. If not, you ain't cut out for this. That's how Russell Peltz carries it. You feel what I'm saying? But just looking at Bryce Mills, it looks like he's done a little bit of everything. He look like he got an amateur kickboxing background, a Muay Thai amateur background, and now he's in boxing. So whenever I see Muay Thai dudes transition over to boxing and kickboxing and stuff like that, I automatically assume that they tough as nails, bro. Like, these dudes take knees, kicks, elbows, you know what I'm saying? Like, so a punch is really nothing for them to take for the most part. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're, exempt from getting KO'd or whatever the case is, but a lot of these guys be durable as fuck, man. That's why a lot of these, top tier, high level boxers, they spar MMA guys because they're built to last. You feel what I'm saying? That's why Andre Ward used to train with the Diaz brothers. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nate and Nick. Like, they used to be sparring with Andre Ward to get ready for fights because, you know what I mean? No motherfuckers, they rumble. They got great gas tanks and they could take some shots. They could take a beating. You feel me? So that's what I think, just based off of what I see with Bryce Mills. But when we just looking through his record, it's very much the same thing. I know who James Bernardine is. He's actually a pretty solid fighter, but a lot of y'all don't know who he is. He's from out Lancaster, so that's how I know him. But he beat James Bernardine. Outside of that, I don't really know too much of the other guys that he's fought. I know that. Oh, okay. He fought Dion Butt. See, he's from New Jersey, but he's from Philly, so I know who he is. I heard of Larry Friars, but it's like a lot of local guys. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of local guys. So, I mean, y'all guys wouldn't know who he is. I know some of them, but I think we could all agree that this guy hasn't really beat anybody that jumps off of the page where it makes me feel like Ameiliano Vargas is in danger. Ameiliano definitely can't sleep on this dude. They said Loma used to spar with MMA guys too. Yeah, he's a spar. Damn, who the fuck was that dude that he used to spar? Man, it was fuck. Was it TJ Dillashaw? I remember when he used to spar TJ Dillashaw, and then I remember, what is that dude's name? Cyborg. Chris Cyborg used to spar Clarissa Shields. It was a few of them. But anyways, we had MMA fighters spar our pros all the time. So just to sharpen up on their hands and shit. You feel me? But overall, man, Bryce Mills looked like he's a well-versed boxer. Well, a well-versed fighter, I'm gonna say. He looked like he's participated in many martial arts. And he's going up against, Ameiliano Vargas. He's young too. 24 years old, 5'8", from out in New York and shit like that. So and if Russell Peltz signed him, then he must know how to fight a little bit. So I'm sure Ameiliano Vargas is a good step. I'm not gonna say a step up fight. Like, it's not a huge fight or anything like that, but it's a fight that he could definitely get some rounds in. If he stops Bryce Mills early, then that'll be very impressive to me. And he definitely gonna get some experience in, and I think that'll be able to make him more experienced, make him a smarter fighter, a more experienced fighter, a more dangerous fighter. So is this the best fight to make for Ameiliano Vargas? Is this the best fight to make for fucking Ben Whitaker? No, but they are names in their own right. So it adds a little bit of glitter to the card overall. And they don't have the best opponents, but it looks like these opponents are built to last. You know what I mean? So we should have something good going on in this situation. Ben Whitaker's opponent kind of reminds me of Anthony Joshua's opponent with Christian Pranga, because when you look at Christian Pranga's record, he was like 20-1. This dude Richard Rivera is 27-2. Richard Rivera has a high knockout ratio. Christian Pranga had a high knockout ratio, but when you look through their resumes, they don't really have much depth to their resumes. So it is what it is, bro. Guys with solid records, high knockout ratios, they still dangerous. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing, obviously. But that's pretty much it. Now, the fight that I want to talk about, that I think has the possibility to steal the fucking show, is Jahi Tucker versus Yuri Cedeno. A lot of y'all don't know who Yuri Cedeno is. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell y'all, man, because I got a good relationship with Marshall Kaufman. I got a good relationship. That's basically it. You know what I mean? With King's Promotions. And I've been hearing about Yuri Cedeno for a long time, man. I've been hearing about him in the gyms. I done heard with some of y'all favorite fighters. I done heard sparring sessions that he had with some of y'all favorite fighters. And his name just clicks off, man. I've been hearing a lot of good shit about Yuri and his brother. I forgot his brother's name. It's like Hendry Cedeno. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, so he got a brother that's actually 16-0 with 12 knockouts. You know what I mean? Then you got Yuri Cedeno, who's 14-0 with 12 knockouts. Hendry is only a little bit older than Yuri. But they both making noise. They both doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to Yuri Cedeno. He got a great fight in front of him. Most recently, he just fought in Puerto Rico. I remember I had seen that card. You know what I mean? That was also a top-ranked card. So he's going up against Jahi Tucker. That's a tough motherfucker right there, bro. He young, but he's looking to, get these big fights. He really believes in himself. And one thing about Jahi Tucker is he likes to rumble, man. He likes to scrap. He a dog. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it looked like his heart overtakes his, mind in terms of putting his dog before his skills. You know what I'm saying? And when you look through Jahi Tucker's record, I mean, he doesn't have the highest knockout ratio, but, he gives knockouts, obviously. You know what I mean? And he's capable of shutting you out on the cards. And he has a pretty good win over Lorenzo Simpson. You know what I'm saying? So for those of y'all who don't know who Lorenzo Simpson is, he came up with Gervonta Davis and Coach Calvin Ford. They call him Truck. You know what I'm saying? So, he ended up losing to Nicholas Flores. But to be real, Nicholas Flores, dangerous fighter, took that fight on really early on in his career. And at that time, Nicholas Flores was on a roll. And for real, it was a majority decision or whatever the case is. But, Jahi Tucker, I'm not too fond of Jahi Tucker. I think he's a little bit too arrogant for me. I feel like there was times where he didn't really listen to his corner. I mean, he felt like he knew what was best in situations when he didn't, and I think he paid the price as a result of that a few times in his career. But he's going up against Yuri Cedeno. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Really looking at this fight right here, I think Yuri's just gonna be a little bit too much for Jahi, man. I think if they get into a straight scrap, I think Yuri's gonna get the best of him in these exchanges. He's big, he's strong, man. Jahi came up from a smaller weight class, so he's gonna be he's gonna feel the difference for sure, man. And Yuri got a different type of motor, man. His gas tank is different. These guys are nonstop. These guys are relentless. They go for the kill. You know what I'm saying? And Yuri Cedeno got a draw on his record as well, so that's definitely something that you got to look at and be realistic with. But all in all, man, I think this is a fight that has the potential to steal the show, man. And what's crazy is it's the fucking it's the opening bout. It's the opening bout. This opening bout might be the one to steal the show. So I'm gonna make sure I get to New York real early. That was the intentions anyway, but I'm gonna make sure I get to New York early, man. I gotta see this. I gotta see how the way Yuri Cedeno and Jahi Tucker match up, because based off of how the way I remember both of these guys fighting, I think that we're going to be in for a treat with this fight right here, man. Let me tap into the comments to see what they say. Nico said, I think they're trying to set up to be a night of knockouts because Xander going down. Damn, Nico. He talking that shit. Anonymous said, not going to lie, Mark, I got Cedeno on this one. I was just saying, that I think Yuri going to be a little bit too much for Jahi, but yo, man, that's going to be a good fucking fight, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, however long it lasts, however the way it goes, I think Yuri's going to come out victorious, but I think we're going to be in for a real good fight, man. I mean, because Jahi a dog, Yuri a dog. So when you put two dogs in that motherfucker, some shit bound to happen. You feel what I'm saying? So I love seeing shit like that, man. So that's going to be an exciting way to open up that card. Jahi's definitely been rolling the dice like a motherfucker. So we gonna see. And if Yuri beats Jahi, whoever wins this fight, they're gonna step up that middleweight ladder for sure. So it's a good one. But I've been hearing about Yuri, and I've been hearing about Hendry for a while. Them Dominican young bulls been out here wrecking shit. I'm talking about terrorizing these gyms and shit. That's what I've been hearing. So we gonna see how the way they do in these fights. You know what I mean? High knockout ratio. Yuri has, Jahi doesn't have the highest knockout ratio, but he let a scrap. And maybe that might deter somebody like Yuri. He probably hasn't fought anybody that's going to be willing to step to him like Jahi. So we'll see. We're going to see we're going to see who really a dog that night. That's what we're going to see. J-Day said, didn't Jahi duck yo-yo? I mean, that's what they say. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I had called him Jahi Ducker. Hey, he liked the comment. Jahi Tucker liked the comment and shit. So, he peeped what I said. But it is what it is, bro. I don't really give a fuck. Jalil Aziz, what up, brother? What's going on? Say Yo-Yo would have torched him low key. Yeah, I seen Hendry been trying to fight Yo-Yo, and Yo-Yo act like he wasn't interested in fighting him. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But regardless, we got ourselves a fight. We got ourselves a good little fight. June 27th. Trick said, Mark, which undercard fight are you most looking forward to? Yuri Cedeno versus Jahi Tucker. The main event sells itself, to be honest with you. So I'm not really tripping about the undercard all like that. Ben Whitaker doesn't have the best fight, in my opinion. Ameiliano Vargas doesn't have the best fight, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Solid guys, but not nobody to really necessarily look forward to. But Jahi Tucker versus Yuri Cedeno, that's going to be a fucking banger, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a good one. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Slime in the building. What up, brother? What's going on? How we feeling today? But just looking at this card overall, man, let me actually stop sharing this and let me share the actual picture that Matchroom had put up to promote that undercard. And look, man, Is it the most? Is it the greatest fucking undercard ever? No, it's not. But I do think that we've been a little bit spoiled by Turkey Al Sheik and them crazy ass fights that he was putting together, where Rolly, Ryan, Devin, motherfucking what was the other one? What was the other one? Teofimo Lopez was on the same card. We might have got a little spoiled with that. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, David Benavidez, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Edgar Berlanga. We got spoiled with, these crazy ass fights and these stacked ass undercards. But, this isn't the worst undercard. This isn't the worst undercard. Could have been better, to be honest with you. I'd have loved to have seen Bruce Carrington as a co-main event over Ameiliano Vargas, to be honest with you. But, for whatever reason, I guess they have different plans with Bruce Carrington. But for his first title defense to be in Brooklyn, where he's from, on a pretty fucking packed undercard, I think it would have been dope to see him. It's not too late, for Bruce Carrington to get on the card. You know what I mean? You never know. But I also would have liked to have seen, and I know he just fought last weekend, but Jaron Miller would have been a great addition to this card as well. He trains with Bozy and, Jaron Ennis. He's looking to get on this card. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what the budget is, but if y'all capable of getting Jaron Miller on this card, go ahead and do it. He's from Brooklyn as well, man. You know what I mean? You definitely want to get some local talent. I was also looking to have expecting to see Zaquin Moses, because he's from Newark and he's with Matchroom, but I guess, they just have different things in plan. Maybe they're going to have Zaquin Moses on that Oshaki and Raymond Ford undercard instead. I don't really know. But, this is what we got. Ameiliano Vargas, West Coast guy. Ben Whitaker, overseas guy. And, you got Yuri Cedeno, who's from, Reading, Pennsylvania, for what I understand. And Jahi Tucker's from New York, right? Where's Jahi Tucker from? I think he's from New York. Yeah, he's from New York. He's from Queens. Queens get the money. Yeah, Turkey definitely don't mind spending the funds, but this ain't a Turkey card. This is a top ranking Matchroom card, so it is what it is, man. He said that John ass. Oh man, y'all funny as shit, man. I don't think this card adds for real. Could have been better, but we do have some notable names on here, and that opening bout is a contender may possibly be a contender for Fight of the Year. I'm telling you, man, that's an exciting matchup right there. So, who knows, man? That boy Bryce Mills might be a little tough outing for Ameiliano. Coming from the mixed martial arts backgrounds, some boys be durable. They be in great shape. You know what I mean? They be strong. So who knows, man? Ben Whitaker, I don't know too much about his opponent, but y'all say he got robbed against Badou Jack. Badou Jack, a multiple-time world champion. So if he's able to give somebody like Badou Jack trouble, he probably could do that with Ben Whitaker as well. We won't know until June 27th, to be honest with you. But I think the main event sells itself as a huge fight for the sport of boxing. But that opening fight might steal the night, y'all. Remember I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Nigo said, I hate it, but I'm gonna be there. Man, you might leave that building like, yo, you know what? Those fights was kind of lit. Because I remember I've seen matchups and I'm like, this shit trash. And I sit back and watch, I'm like, yo, these fights low-key lit. So, you know what I mean? Let's see. Maybe the matchmakers see something that we don't see. But I know that at this point of Ameiliano Vargas' career, you can't give him no more layups. If y'all intentions is to make this kid a world champion or have him be a pound-for-pound level fighter or a star in the sport of boxing, you have to focus heavily on development. Don't do no Edgar Berlanga shit where by the time they get to the contender phase, they ain't learned anything. No, you want to get this kid Ameiliano rounds. Last fight, he got 9 rounds in. That's pretty good. Let's see if Bryce Mills could take him to the cards. You know what I'm saying? Continue to learn, continue to pick up on certain things, adapt to different styles. So when it's time to sign for that world title fight, ain't nothing for you to worry about because for the most part, you learned a lot about yourself and you seen everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Ameiliano Vargas at this point in his career needs any dead opponents, man. No body bags, none of that, man. We need to see you in there with guys who know what the fuck they're doing and are capable of hanging with you in the ring or even surviving. You know what I'm saying? You said Vargas' last fight impressed you. Yeah, he impressed me too. I ain't gonna lie. I still got to see a little bit more from him, but from what he did show in his last fight, bro, he could fight, man. He could fight. He definitely not trash. He's not like a Conor Ben. Like he comes across as very sharp. He's definitely the best brother out of all of them. Out of Amado, he's better than Fernando Vargas Jr. He better than them. He's definitely the best out of his brothers. Let me tell you that right now. And that ain't really saying much, no disrespect, but Ameiliano definitely stands out from the rest of the others. Yeah, I mean, in terms of Ben Whitaker, I mean, that just goes to show that, Eddie Hearn don't really want to throw him in there with no big risky fights yet. You know what I mean? He doesn't believe in Ben Whitaker's abilities fully yet. They want to see a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? They need more reassurance on their side before they throw him in there with them killers at 175, the Atifo Burltons, the Najee Lopez's, the Artur Betterbeeves, the Bivels, the Benavidez's. You know what I'm saying? So the David Morrells that his name was already attached to not too long ago. So we'll see. It's always the youngest that be better. Ain't that some shit, Justin? You noticed that, right? Like with Floyd Mayweather, he was the youngest out of his uncles and his dad. And look how the way he turned out. Jaron Ennis was the youngest. You got Pooh, you got Farad. You can start with Bozy. You got Bozy, you got Pooh, you got Farad. Then you had Boots. It's like these younger dudes, they watch everybody else, they learn from everybody else, and that just makes them more dangerous because they pretty much got the experience through other people, so they know what to do, they know what to avoid. I mean, they learn from everybody else. It's like they have the advantage that everybody else didn't have. Everybody else had to, go out into the world not knowing really what to do. You know what I mean? Picking up your bumps and bruises on the road and learning from them. Boots, the younger guys like Boots and Floyd and all of them, they sat back and watched everything happen and be like, oh, okay, so we can't do this. Oh, okay, so this is what gets you to the next level. This is what you got to stay away from. It's like they just have a better mentality. They're more prepared because they've seen it all. Like I heard Boots say one time, he was like, bro, like these cameras, these events, like, I mean, it's not really any pressure for me because I've seen it before. Like I've seen my brothers go through this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they have like an advantage that a lot of people don't really talk about, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Abdullah is the third brother. Okay, so but to be honest, he's the first. He's the first one out of everybody in his family to actually win a world title. So that's not necessarily the same thing. It's really the middle child because they said there's 5 brothers. So if he's the third, he's the middle child. So that's basically it. But yeah, the youngest ones always turn out to be the best ones. It's crazy. It's really crazy, bro. But like, what do I think about this card overall? Decent card. Man, it's not a stacked turkey a la chic card, a Ring Magazine card. Yeah, bro. I don't think anybody should have expected this to be just a crazy ass undercard where it's like, oh my God, this is. But look, man, we got a great main event. That's what's important. That's what we coming out for, the main event. And we got a great opening card. And and those two, Whitaker and Rivera, that has potential. Vargas and Bryce Mills, that has potential. It's not like they fighting guys with upside down records. We just don't know them. So we're not sure what's going to happen. He said, bro, Nico, like, chill the fuck out, bro. Like, goddamn. Like, I get that you don't like it, but I'm going to still talk about it because I got people asking me questions, and this is the topic of the live. Like, you're not about to sit here and control what we talking about. If you don't like it, then you made your point clear, brother. J-Day said, cards like this, usually the money goes to the main event. Yeah, man. Budgets are a thing. People act like money just grow off trees, and Eddie Hearn just grabs a few mil off the motherfucking tree and be like, you know what, put it towards this card. You know what, put it towards this card. No, man, they have a certain budget. So let's say the budget for the card is 4 million, right? And let's say 3 million of it is going to the main event. They got to break that shit down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because they agreed on a 50-50 split, 1.5, 1.5. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the budget's 6 mil. And you know, Boots and Xander are splitting 2 million each. That leaves 2 million for the undercard. Gotta make sure everybody's paid with that money. You feel what I'm saying? And Ameiliano probably making 500,000. Bryce Mills probably gonna be making 100,000. Ben Whitaker's probably getting paid another 500,000. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that that money is being spread correctly. And if somebody's outside of that budget, they can't be on the card. I remember Floyd Mayweather used to be like, "Yo, I want to fight." When he was a young boy, when he was with Top Rank and shit, he was like, "Yo, I want to fight on this card." But what card is that? I want to fight on that card because they used to have a board with all of the events that they had coming up. And it was like, Floyd, like, we would love to put you on the card, but we can't afford you. And he used to be like, well, how much you got? And they'd be like, oh, we got this much. I'll take it. See, motherfuckers not doing that no more. You feel me? Managers want to allow fighters to do that. You know, advisors don't allow people to do that. Floyd was a bit different. But yeah, man, if your price is above that budget, nah. It's gonna be a sellout, so the back end gonna go crazy. It's definitely gonna sell out. I actually want to check in on the ticket sales for Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas. Let me check. Let me check to see exactly where it was, because I heard that I was talking to a homie. He was talking about, yo, like the majority of the tickets gone. So let's see. Let's see where we at with this. Let's see the tickets. Well, it looks like there's still a good amount. I see seeing a lot of places being sold out as well, though. So never mind. It's not completely sold out, but it does say that it's selling fast. A lot of the sections are sold. Damn. Man, the tickets look way cheaper now. What the fuck? Wait, hold up. Let me see something real quick. I'm on. Ooh, my ticket's gonna be crazy. Yo, where I'm gonna be sitting at, bro? The ticket's gonna be crazy. Oh my god, I can't wait. But yeah, my tickets actually went up, so never mind. Let me shut the fuck up. But there's still a good amount of tickets left. It's like it says 267 tickets left? Or 267 listings. Okay. Okay. My ticket's gonna be sweet. God damn. Are you going to the J. Cole concert in Philly? No, I'm not. To be honest, J. Cole has been my favorite rapper for a long time, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm starting to drift away from him, man. I just haven't been that tapped in with rap lately, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this bathroom break real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? We back. Let me see what the comments talking about. They said Mark taking a deuce. Nah, nigga. And if I was, I'd have took way longer than that. Let me just say that. Said nigga Mark got a tinkle. That's crazy. I went to go check in on my son too while he was sleeping. Let me see. I don't think J-Day. So I'm gonna go back to that comment that you was asking whether I was going to the J. Cole concert or not. I'm not. I heard that he was coming to Philly. I'm gonna keep it real though. I ain't really been on no rap shit lately, man. Like I don't know what it is. I still love rap. Let's not get it fucked up. Like that'll never be something that go away. I was just listening to Fetty Wap new shit that he got with G Herbo and all that. But I don't know what it is, man. Like I feel like that whole J. Cole situation, the way that he moved with Kendrick and all that, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of threw me off, man. And I've been rocking with J. Cole since I was like 12 years old, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like 7th, 8th grade, when I really started listening to J. Cole, I became a super fan. Cause J. Cole wrote music that really spoke to me in my childhood. Me and him had real similar childhoods. We faced similar things. We felt similar ways towards things. We had like real identical viewpoints on, certain things in life. So he grew to be my favorite rapper because it felt like sometimes he was writing about my life. But the way he carried it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like and then J. Cole always had like these little lines where it was like can't nobody, like basically I'm paraphrasing of course, like can't nobody fuck with me. I'm the best, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this, I do that. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole ain't no hoe. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was low-key looking forward to seeing that nigga be in some type of rap beef, right? So that nigga Kendrick had that whole little situation. That motherfucker said, a first person shooter, J. Cole said, is it K Dot, is it Aubrey and me? Started the league. He said, we the big three, started the league. But right now, I feel like Muhammad Ali said some shit like that. This nigga Kendrick came out and said, fuck the big three. That nigga said, motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Woo-wee. J. Cole put out that 7-minute, what was that shit? The 7-minute, forgot what he called that shit. Yeah, 7-minute drill. And I ain't gonna lie, I was fucking with it. Light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world. Keep that heat under your seat. I fucked with the whole 7-minute drill. So I'm like, okay, that was a nice little shot. You feel what I'm saying? That one line he had on there, he said, throw pebbles at your dome, we the Stone Temple pilot. That shit went hard. If you know that line, that shit went super, yeah. J. Cole definitely could rap his ass off. Definitely one of the best rappers of all time. Definitely one of the best rappers of his generation, no doubt. But the way he carried that situation, you know what I mean? The way he carried that situation, he took the shit back. You know what I mean? Like, then you on stage apologizing to niggas. And I was like, bro, what the fuck is you doing? Like, niggas on his own team was asking him, like, bro, don't fucking do that. Like, you're like, come on, dog. Like, you fucked the whole situation up. Now niggas looking at you like you a clown. Then I gotta be the nigga to try to defend you. Bro, I ain't defending that shit, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, that nigga say he couldn't sleep over that shit. Justin, what the fuck, nigga? Fuck this nigga. Like, yeah, we was friends, nigga. We can still be friends after I fry you. But, like, you know what I'm saying? If it get to a point where we not friends, then fuck you. Like, and from what I understand, like, Kendrick ain't even rapping with the nigga anyway. So you went back to kiss this nigga ass just for him to not fuck with you no more. And I don't think Drake fucking with J. Cole neither. He like, you know what, nigga, you want to play both, man. You want to play both sides, nigga? All right. Nah. Like, I ain't really get that shit, bro. Like, J. Cole, he always been my favorite rapper all the time. I still got him at the top of my list, you feel me? But I ain't like how the way he carried that shit, bro. And so, like, the album came out. I was looking forward to the fall off for years, but on my son life, I have not sat down and listened to that shit through and through yet. I still haven't. I don't know if I ever would. Is J. Cole a turkey? He definitely is, bro. Because that's like the equivalent of me punching you in your mouth. And when you getting ready to square up, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm sorry, yo. No, nigga, you gotta deal with. If I punch you in your mouth, I gotta be ready for what come behind that as a man. You feel me? That's just me. Like, you can even look at it as somebody throwing a punch and missing, because a lot of people felt like 7 minute drill wasn't even all that. I like 7 minute drill. There were some people that didn't like it. Cool. So let's say if you didn't like it, this is the equivalent of somebody throwing a punch at you. They miss dramatically, and now you coming to get that shit in blood, and now you sitting here apologizing. Yo, bro, yo, man, like I ain't even mean that. Huh. Like, no. No. Shit was super corny. So what flavor? The flavor of the Capri Sun is Pacific Cooler. It's my shit. Uh J. Cole at a point where he chose peace over turmoil. I ain't mad at him. Well, it's the Brooklyn guy, good fella. I understand what you're saying, bro. But the problem with that is you hear J. Cole rap about smoking niggas and he got a lyrical gun and that shit do this and I do that to this nigga and can't I'm the best and can't nobody fuck with me and oh I body a nigga this rap shit. He didn't say that word for word, but he always alludes to being the best rapper. You know what I mean? Can't nobody fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? All the pen lethal, blah, blah, blah. You popping all that shit, but then when it's time to can you imagine being this nigga, right? Like let's say you in a boxing gym, right? And you got this one nigga, and sometimes it be like that. You always got this one nigga who just think like he the best shit around, right? Oh, he gonna step on this, he gonna knock out that, he gonna fuck this person up, he gonna knock out this person, he popping all this big shit. He popping all this big shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then when it's time to actually, you finally get, after all that talking, you finally get the opportunity to show niggas what you cut like. And you find a way out of the fight. You find your way out of that ring. You look like a hoe. You look like a hoe. You can't come back around us after that. After all that shit you talk, you cannot come back around us with that shit, bro. You can't. You can't. Like, I can't have a homie that be like, yo, when I see that nigga, bro, I'm gonna punch him dead in his shit, bro. Like on everything I love, I'm gonna fuck that nigga up. Okay. Okay. There he go right there. There he go right there. You go up to the nigga. Then you start, you know what I mean? Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. You feel me? And then you sitting here apologizing, man. I don't even want to be beefing with you, man. Like I had trouble sleeping last night thinking about us beefing. Man, get this nigga the fuck up out of here, bro. What is we even talking about? The stranger said, Mark, can you react to Eddie Hearn's recent fight hype video? Sure. Fuck it. We ran out of shit to talk about. So why not? Let's pull it up. What's his recent fight hype video though? Oh no. Let's see what's going on. For so long. Yo, Slime, I don't know if like you haven't read the fucking room, But we not doing all that dumb shit you talking about in the chat right there, brother. Like, I don't know if you could, like, we see what you writing. We just don't give a fuck about what you writing. Niggas here to talk boxing or some serious topics. Like, we not here for all the dumbass jokes you got going on, bro. Let me see. Is it which video, brother? You gotta let me know which one it is, stranger, because it looked like he got two of them. So the one that I see, it says Eddie Hearn exclusive on Joshua Fury done deal. Bro, you know what, bro? You know what's crazy? All my videos been doing crazy views. All of my videos. Thank God, by the way. Thank God. But I dropped a video about Fury and Joshua. I'm thinking that shit gonna do numbers. Bro, that shit flopped. I'm like, bro, don't nobody care about this fight. Niggas just want to talk about Zayas and Boots, bro. That shit doing numbers every time. But you saying Devin Haney Zuffa move? Haney Zuffa video? Okay. All right. It's okay, it's not that long of a video. Yeah, I could do it. Because I'm going to get up out of here eventually. I got to wake up early tomorrow. Eddie Hearn looked like he sipped some of that good juice. That nigga look fucked up. Get that boy some sleep. Anyways, let's hear it. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Tomorrow night, we've got a big one. You and your team have signed a deal, 7-fight deal over the next 12 months with Fox Sport. Sky Nicholson versus Mariah Turner. Big show, big feel as we sort of come here into Melbourne a day out, mate. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, exciting. I mean, look, it's obviously it's quite unique for us over the last couple of years. All of our business has been with DAZN. We know that DAZN acquired Foxtel, so essentially it's the same family, but it is a different broadcaster. It is a lot more energy into the localized show here. You know, before when we did shows here, we did them on DAZN, which was great. You know, it was plugged into the platform and streamed around the world. But now it's a little bit different. You know, Foxtel are putting a lot of effort into the promotion, a lot of noise as well. And it's a great opportunity. And I think the key with this show is it's a linear show. It's a non-pay-per-view card. And you guys, basically historically, any card of any quality will always be pay-per-view. And I said to the guys, we need to stop just making sure every fight's just pay-per-view, because you've got to give eyeballs to the sport. You've got to give eyeballs to these people. Sky Nicholson's very well known around the world, but I'm talking more as well.
I heard she well known with you too, nigga.
Well, about people like Moana, who I think is a guy who can become world heavyweight champion. If we don't build him on the way up to that, how's he going to become a stadium filler here? How's the general public in Australia going to know him?
Facts.
So, you know, Nicholson against Turner's a great fight. You know, I know that Sky's a favourite going into the fight. Mariah Turner's a very, very, you know, stubborn and competitive individual. It's Australia against New Zealand. It's the mandatory fight for essentially undisputed against Eddie Scotney. You've got Moana coming out again, 10-0, 10 knockouts. I love the Jake Wiley fight as well. He's never in a bad fight. Hunt against Fleming's going to be a lot of fun. Local markets really talking about that one. Yeah. It's a really solid card. In fact, one that if it was on pay-per-view, everyone's always going to moan about pay-per-view, but it wouldn't be out of place to what we've seen over.
He ain't talking about nothing so far. I'm trying to get to that whole Devin Haney situation. But I'm going to answer this question real quick about Adrien Broner bullying Baby Alien and whatever the fuck. I don't be knowing these streamers, bro, but I'm assuming you talking about that little weird midget Puerto Rican nigga that got like a weird face or whatever the case is. Adrien Broner bullying him. It's like, I'm assuming, I didn't see the video, but I'm assuming Adrien Broner was intoxicated. Because every time I see this dude, like apparently Adrien Broner be streaming now with Dean the Great, another alcoholic. So it's like, yeah, I mean, every time I see Adrien Broner, he drunk. The niggas, you know, being confrontational, you know, making all types of threats. I heard him threaten a woman. I heard him trying to square up with niggas. And what's gonna end up happening, because Dean the Great is a hothead. He's somebody who can't even control his emotions himself. Dean gonna be one of them niggas who get shot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dean been doing, like, the way that he been moving, he's going into a really dark place. You feel what I'm saying? When I seen him punch on that random dude for no reason, just whooped him for no reason. Like, I don't even know how the nigga didn't go to jail, because a nigga like me would have went to jail. Like, you swung off on this dude who apparently is a therapist or something for no reason. You shut his eye, all that shit. Like, you beat him up. He didn't even do nothing. He didn't even do anything. So what's going to end up happening is Adrien Broner going to get too comfortable. He's already trying Dean the Great. He already pissing Dean off. Dean going to end up swinging off on Broner, man. They going to end up getting into a fight. Broner going to get beat up because Broner get drunk till, like, he can't even, stay balanced. You feel what I'm saying? So they going to end up getting into a fight. Dean fight everybody that he be around. He'll crash out like that. You feel what I'm saying? So what do I think about him bullying a midget? What the fuck do we expect? It's drunk Adrien Broner. That motherfucker has no respect for himself. But how do you expect him to have respect for others? Like, how do you expect him to have respect for others when he don't respect himself? Look how the way Adrien Broner moving right now. You ask yourself whether he love himself or not. I just keep it real. Like, if you really loved yourself, you wouldn't be putting yourself through all of that bullshit that Broner's putting himself through. This dude is a bona fide alcoholic, and the health issues, and I hope it doesn't get to that point, but the health issues going to start to pile up if he continues to do so. You know what I'm saying? Like, your body, your organs, your body can only take so much of that shit that you're doing, AB. And everybody's been trying to help you, but you don't want to help yourself. You got kids, bro. And you out here fucking play fighting with a midget. Go play fight with your kids, nigga. Why don't you go do that? I was talking with Rolly the other day about AB, and he was like, yo, man, like, I really care about him. I seen that video where Rolly was looking him dead in his eyes. Like, he saw him somewhere, and Dean the Great was like, oh, my God, is that Rolly? Dicky and all heavy. And Rolly ain't even pay attention to that nigga. He just went straight to Adrien and looked him straight in his eyes. And I already knew what that was, because I done been that person in that situation where I ran into homies I know wasn't doing so well, and I get them that look like, yo, like where you at, bro? Like, you all right? Looked like he was real concerned about AB. I reached out to Rolly. I'm like, yo, you say, yo, man, like, I really care about dude. I want him to be all right. But, yeah, I mean, he too far off into the deep end. The only one that could say he either going to have to swim himself back to shore, or he going to drown. That's how this shit is. You can't do nothing about that. When a motherfucker is that deep into that dark place, he the only person that can get himself out. Yeah, Dean the Great been getting beat up by everybody. I seen Keyshawn beat him up. I seen boy hit him with an elbow, put him down. I seen the bodybuilder slap the dog shit out of him in front of Rampage. Like, he get, and then I just seen, like, this Muay Thai fighter was fucking him up bad in sparring, kneeing him, kicking him all upside his legs. Like, I seen all of that, man. So Dean's just one of them dudes that he ain't gonna respect nobody until he feels some hot shit hit him. I'm trying to tell you, like, niggas like Dean the Great, they don't, and I don't know where he from, I don't know where he be at. He probably be in real controlled environments, but where I'm from, when motherfuckers move like him, they get bodied, bro. Those little short, tough, you don't even got to be short. Those tough niggas that just be emotional and just be wanting to swing off on everybody, you can't do that shit to everybody around. Yeah, bro. I'm surprised, if you on the West Coast, I'm surprised they ain't take care of your ass, bro. Real shit, like, because the West Coast, they got their bad sides too. They got killers over there. I'm surprised you ain't run into one of them yet. Out of the way he be moving. And he disrespect everybody too. That's another thing. Like, Dean, he talk crazy to everybody in Philly. You gotta watch what the fuck you say. Shit. He said, throw Dean the Great in with David Benavidez, unlimited time, no rounds. Yeah, nah, man. David too nice. I feel like David too nice of a motherfucker to do that, bro. Like, man, he too small. I ain't gonna do that to him. If you gonna put him in there with anybody, bro, put him in there with like a you know who will fuck him up bad? Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland be whooping these little niggas' ass. He don't give a fuck who you is, what your fight background is, bro. You in there with him, he going to fuck you up bad. I'm trying to tell you. Is Broner still trying to fight? Almost 2 years. I don't know, man. I think AB. I don't even want to see that nigga boxing, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't. I feel like AB at this point, I don't think he want to box no more. I think that he just trying to get it to keep himself afloat. AB, you might as well just do what you do now, bro. Be a streamer, man. You got the personality for it. You funny. Seem like you create a lot of viral moments just being a part of other people's streams. Go do your own, man. Get you a little video, get you a little videographer, whatever the case is, had them, follow you around and all that, and get some money off of that. Streaming the new bread, bro. Look what Rampage doing. Rampage was a fighter. He started streaming. Look what he doing, bro. Look at motherfucking the fuck is that nigga name? The boy Armin, that MMA boy, the boy Armin that be with Nina Drama all the time. He over here streaming, doing this thing. Sean O'Malley, that's the new wave. Even Mighty Mouse, it's the new wave. Them niggas doing their thing, man. Go get that money. You feel me? But I don't even think AB should even be focused on that. He need to get himself out of that situation in. And maybe that little midget nigga was acting up, man. Like, I don't know. I don't think Broner just wasn't fucking with him just because he saw a midget. Like, I'm sure, I seen that baby alien nigga fucking with that the little midget boy was acting up with him. And I know that little midget boy is AB's homie. So maybe he like, yo, you fucking with my homie. Why you trying to bully my homie and then bully him? If that's the case, then, you know what I'm saying? He, that little ugly motherfucker brought it upon himself. So it is what it is. You picking on a nigga who's, and I know they both, dwarfs, but, baby alien look a lot taller, look a lot bigger than that little black boy that's a dwarf. And I know that little the black boy that's a dwarf, I know he got a good relationship with AB. They've been cool for years. So AB probably peeped that baby alien nigga was fucking with him. So he like, you know what? Let me shake this little nigga up and tell him what the fuck it is. So if that's the case, then I ain't mad at AB for that. Trick said, did you see what Eddie Reynoso said? That the Benavidez fight could have been made at 168, but it didn't happen, so it's done. Man, Eddie Reynoso need to shut the fuck up, bro. Seriously. Motherfuckers just be acting like we don't remember shit. Like, bro, that was the last fight y'all wanted. Y'all did not want to fight David Benavidez, bro. Y'all tried to discredit his resume, who he's fought, and Canelo said that he wanted $200 million for that fight. He said he wanted $200 million for that fight. That lets you know. And then he was talking about his weight and all that. Like, all y'all insecurities showed when that David Benavidez fight came up as a topic. He was like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna fight whoever I want to fight. Y'all like basically like, man, I fought Triple G, I fought Laura, I ain't fought. Why y'all want me to fight him? I'm not gonna fight any more Mexicans. Then you went and you fought Mexicans. Listen, man. If that motherfucker Benavidez is at 68 today, they still wouldn't be no fight. Yeah, good fella. I spoke about the Oshaki Ford fight. Great fight, man. I got Oshaki though. I got Oshaki beating Raymond Ford. To be honest with you, no disrespect to Raymond Ford. Like I said, he's one of the most talented fighters I've ever seen in the gym. I had the privilege of watching him spar at Pivot Boxing Academy some years ago. But I think Oshaki got, I'm gonna get more into it as the fight gets closer, but I think Oshaki got a little bit too much for him. You know what I mean? For some reason, Mike Coppinger keeps giving Canelo a pass. Dude is very biased for Canelo. Well, you just answered it. You pretty much. Yeah, you know why. You know why he keep giving Canelo a pass? Because he favors Canelo. See, Mike Coppinger, he's a dick eater. So he's gonna do And I saw that it was his birthday today. So happy birthday, Dick Eater. He gonna go with whatever he feels like benefits his pot or lines his pockets. You know what I'm saying? So if Turkey Al-Sheikh paying him, he gonna push whatever narratives Turkey Al-Sheikh gonna pay him. If Ring Magazine cutting him a check, he gonna do whatever. You know what I mean? He gonna back whatever is in his best benefit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't like Mike Coppinger. I think he sucks as a commentator. I don't think his interviews be good. I think he lacks personality. He always look like whenever he is in front of a camera, look like the nigga ready to have an anxiety attack. Like, he just dry. You know what I mean? Like, no personality. Like, he trash, bro. He trash. I think he one of the worst media guys in the game. Like, he up there. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'd rather listen to Sergio Mora talk than Mike Coppinger. That's crazy to say. You know what I'm saying? Like Sergio Mora, he don't got the best takes. You know what I mean? But at least he been in there. At least he won a world title. Like, he know a little bit of what he talking about. Even if we disagree with him, we can't deny his experience in the game. You feel me? Shakur called this nigga trash to his face. It's true. It's true. See what's going on. He said Mark one of the funniest niggas alive. Bro, what the fuck? Like, he's a dick eater, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, he corny as shit. Like, then he ain't got no swag neither. Like, the nigga be dressing like a motherfucking cable guy or something. Like, boys wearing some type of dumbass polo shirts. You know what I mean? Collar be stiffed in the motherfucker. He look like he got a dirty ass fucking button down on with some khaki pants. Like, nigga dressed like he working IT or something. Like, he just Chris Mannix is extra to me. Like, I do think that Chris Mannix be throwing me off sometimes. I'll be feeling like he be a little disrespectful towards Sergio Mora and all that. Like, he be acting like Sergio Mora don't know shit and he know everything. So there's a little bit of arrogance in Chris Mannix when he talks sometimes. But he know Chris Mannix, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I don't think he's bad at all. He be dickying sometimes. He definitely be dickying. Like, I peeped on little shots he was throwing at Boots during the press conference and all. Like, yeah, I hear you. But Mike Coppinger the worst. Yeah, Max, I'm here right now with the two-time champion O'Shaquie Foster. He has a big fight. Nigga don't move the whole time. We're here with O'Shaquie Foster. He's going to be fighting Raymond Ford in Houston, Texas. Yeah. What do you think about, Raymond Ford? He's been very brash. He's been very arrogant. When you see that guy on the stage, what's running through your head? Yeah. This nigga's trash. Nigga's trash. Like, nigga don't even change. He don't even change like the tone of his voice. None of that. Like, you be letting LaShawn McCoy stunt on you sometimes, and that nigga don't be knowing shit. Nigga just be happy to be there. LaShawn McCoy, bro, that nigga be at La La Land. That nigga don't be knowing what be going on. That nigga LaShawn McCoy be smacking the table. This nigga, he be full with energy. He be going at it with Max Kellerman, don't even be knowing what point he be arguing. Nigga just be happy to be there. Like, I'm getting paid. Shit. Nigga just be happy to be there. Mike gets bullied on the panel for a reason. Facts. Them niggas don't like him. He know he a clown. They know he a sucker, bro. Like, they know he a sucker, bro. Max be calling him bald and all types of shit. Like, the nigga a hoe. That's what you do with hoes. You feel me? Like, you not doing that with just everybody. Like, Max ain't gonna call out every nigga who bald. Like, you ain't doing that shit with no who a bald nigga in boxing. You ain't doing that shit with no Lennox Lewis, nigga. You ain't doing that shit with no Mike Tyson. You wasn't doing that with Floyd before he got his little transplant. Like, you ain't doing that shit, nigga. You ain't doing that with no Tyson Fury. You doing that with Mike Covington because you know he a hoe. Yeah, he not doing that to Bernard. None of like he not doing like you not playing them ball head games. Like he was in front of George Foreman, who was RIP to George Foreman. He was bald at the time. Nigga looked like he was starstruck. Like he playing them ball games with you because he know he could play them ball games with you. Nigga start making fun of you for not having hair. You just, yeah, just happy to be there. That nigga LaShawn McCoy, what? You said what? No, man. You think he gonna beat Usyk? Man, you crazy, man. Yo, man. What? Nigga LaShawn. I be cracking the fuck up watching LaShawn. I'm like, this motherfucker, like, he really don't be knowing what be going. You know, I went to that fight last time, man. I'm gonna put some money on that fight, man. Oh, yeah, this nigga LaShawn. Yeah, I be listening to his take sometimes. No, I don't think he punches hard, but he you know what I mean? Like, but he all right though. Yo, I be cracking the fuck up. Oh my God. Yo, I be fucking dying laughing, bro. Yeah. 100-year-old Bob Aaron put Mike in his place. Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking prick. And Mike was like, oh yeah. It's like, yeah. Like, get this nigga the fuck up out of here. Get out of here, you fucking prick. Yo. Oh yeah. Come on, tell me how you feel, Bob. Like, this nigga right here, bro. Like, I would love to see Mike Coppinger do some pad work, bro. I would love to see Mike Coppinger do some pad work. I just want to see a double jab right hand. That's all I want to see. Yeah, I think I seen the boy Luke Thomas fry Mike. And hey, man, that nigga wasn't wrong. That nigga was not wrong. But anyways, let's man, I got past this video like a motherfucker. Let me see where we good. Let's see where we at in this video.
Time. So really looking forward to our start Wednesday night on KO Sports Foxtel. A good card and leading into a lot more activity here in Australia.
And for our people around the world, and Sky's got a bit of a following around the world, DAZN worldwide around the world. Devin Haney, I want to talk about. Bill put something out the other day around a tweet. Eddie doesn't know how much my son's worth. Well, he actually does because you promoted 4 shows. San Francisco. I didn't actually look at the books, but they weren't great. What are your thoughts on how Devin and sort of Bill sort of, you know?
Listen, they've done an amazing job because they've made a fortune. So you can't knock the business that they've done. But like you say, the numbers don't always play out. I mean, Bill said that, I think Bill said the other day that they made us in America. I mean, to be honest with you, when we signed Devin Haney, it was a major signing for Matchroom because we hadn't had a young fighter of note like that, an American fighter. And that was at the time. And that was a big move for us, the signing of him. However...
Can I just stop you?
Go on.
What about Canelo versus Saunders?
Yeah, but
Joshua versus Ruiz.
Yeah, but I'm talking about an American fighter that we were signing that had the sort of superstar potential, right? So, however, we paid through the nose and we did an amazing job to get him in position. We didn't really make any money on Devin Haney, but that's okay. We lost a bit, we made a bit, but we're building him. And we built him to that position. To be fair, when he went and signed with Top Rank before he fought Kambosos, he gave us every opportunity to stay in the game. But DeBella and Top Rank basically said, we won't give you the fight if you stay with Matchroom. So he had to make his decision. He had to leave. And then since then, he's had it off on multiple occasions. I mean, he didn't make the money he thought he was going to make to fight Ryan Garcia. He's boxed on a Riyadh season card, a ring card in New York at Times Square. He boxed Brian Norman at one in Saudi. So Devin's made a lot of money. He's made the money to fight Kambosos a couple of times.
Made good money.
Yeah, so good luck to him. I mean, they've done a good job, Bill. But for me, all I said in the interview was, I'm not prepared to lose a couple of million sticking Devin Haney on a card. Others are. Like Zuffa's a great example where they might, in their position at the moment, with that kind of desperation, go, let's just get Haney. He's a good name. If we lose a couple of million, it's okay because we're building our roster. I get it. I've been in that position before with the zone. I'm not in that position anymore, and I don't want to play that game. That was what my comments were referring to. But they've done a good job, and I like Bill and Devin, and he's a good fighter.
Okay, so Eddie Hearn, I was on to what he was saying, but then he said exactly what I was thinking towards the end of that, answer. Now, what I'm gonna say is, I don't see anything wrong with what Eddie Hearn said, man. Like, listen, these dudes is not Turkey Al-Sheikh. You know what I mean? They're not back. They don't have access to an infinite amount of money. Where if they lose money on a fight, it's okay. They can continue to move on and partake in whatever they feel like their purpose is, right? So for instance, Turkey Al-Sheikh is backed by Riyadh, right? So he gets a shit ton of money from those people out in Riyadh who they're trillionaires, to be honest with you. So, whatever he feels like, I'm sure they're given a budget, but I'm pretty sure if Turkey Al-Sheikh pulls some strings, he could get some more money. You know what I mean? That's the reality of the situation. And Turkey's end goal with this boxing shit isn't to make a lot of money off of this boxing shit. No. I already told y'all with Riyadh, Turkey Al-Sheikh's end goal, despite this whole narrative that he's this hardcore boxing fan and he's just doing it off of the love, bullshit. His main objective is to make Riyadh like the entertainment center of the world. Like how the way Las Vegas is now, they want Riyadh to be the next Las Vegas. And they're trying to reverse some, reverse that reputation that they have. I'm not going to get into all of that. If y'all know, y'all know. And the way they're going to be able to do that rebrand for Riyadh is to continuously give people things to look forward to so they may possibly travel over to Riyadh. They're trying to attract tourists, right? Which is why for a while they were saying, if Riyadh does a fight in the U.S., that's cool, but you're not going to make as much in the U.S. than you would if you actually fought in Riyadh. So they had little incentives like that to continue to motivate fighters to fight in Riyadh and things of that nature. So I said all of that to say they don't give a fuck if they lose money. So Devin Haney could keep running it up over there. That he could keep getting high 7, 8-figure purses. It's cool because it ain't nothing for Turkey Al-Sheikh to write an 8-figure check. It just ain't. We seen that he don't have a problem cutting a 9-figure check. I heard he cashed Canelo out for Bud. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? But Eddie Hearn isn't backed by the Saudis. He doesn't have $1 trillion behind him. He runs a business just like all of these other promoters do, where they're in the business to make money, not lose money. Losing money may be part of something when you're building. Like if you have like this network like the Zone, yeah, you might have, that was a new concept at one point in time. Yeah, you're going to have to overpay a lot of motherfuckers to entice them to fight on a fucking app, right? But after, the Zone has went from being an app that a lot of people was making fun of to being the fucking premier streaming service for boxing, right? So Eddie Hearn's in this position where he was like, yeah, I was coming over to the U.S. It was a new market I wasn't familiar with. So, yeah, I had to take some losses at first. But guess what? I got the fucking market figured out now. So I don't have to overpay fighters anymore. I don't have to take losses anymore. I'm comfortable with this market now. I have a shit ton of talented fighters in the U.S. right now that I work with actively. I've done business with some of the biggest stars in the entire sport of boxing. I could play it smart now and actually just be about my money now. I was taking the losses early on to get in a certain position. I'm in that position now. I don't need to do this anymore. So he's done business with Devin Haney on multiple occasions. He sees the numbers. He sees what Devin Haney generates. He's able to establish an average of what he brings into the company. Devin Haney may be asking for more money than what he's bringing in. So Eddie Hearn's like, yo, I'm not going to give you that money that you're looking for. It doesn't make sense for my business to do so. Zuffa Boxing, who's overpaying fighters right now, like giving Conor Ben $15 million to fight a fucking washed up, Regis Prograis. Yeah, they're overpaying fighters right now. So that might be the best move for you. You know what I'm saying? They may give you the money that you're looking for because guess what? They're backed by the Saudis. Devin Haney and Turki Al-Sheikh is like this. So that might be the best move for Devin Haney. But coming over here thinking that you're going to get that type of payday, it just doesn't make business sense for me. You need to continue to do business with them over there because they don't care about losing money. But I do care about losing money because if I lose enough money, I'm going to have to shut this shit down. So before I do that, I'm going to partake in business moves that's going to grow my company, not destroy it. I understand. So it doesn't sound, and he was talking shit about Devin Haney before when he was with Conor Ben, like, oh, Devin Haney's boring and all that shit. He was just backing his guy. That's how people, Conor Ben was his guy at the time. He was backing Conor Ben play. You know what I'm saying? He was just showing loyalty. He was showing loyalty to his fighter. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how I took the situation. I don't think he has anything personal against Devin Haney. I don't feel like he's, on this mission to destroy Devin Haney. I'm sure that if it made business sense, he would have no problem working with Devin Haney. But with Devin Haney asking for an amount of money that he feels like would be detrimental to his promotional company, he has every right to be like, yo, I'm good. I'm glad that you're getting that money elsewhere, but I can't give you that because I'm not willing to put myself in a position where I'm going to take a possible loss. You feel what I'm saying? Brooklyn Goodfella says, Haney not worth 25. I think you meant to say 25 M's. I ain't going to hold you. I think you're worth whatever you negotiate. So, if we could all say that Devin Haney ain't worth 25 M's, but if Turki Al-Sheikh cut him a check for 25 M's, then who the fuck are we to say that he not worth that? The thing is, more of the question is, okay, Devin Haney feels like he's worth 25 M's, and I don't even know where that number came from. Maybe that's what is being reported. I don't know. But let's say Devin Haney feels like he's worth 25 M's. It's not whether he's worth it or not. This nigga said no 25 bucks. This nigga's being funny, bro. Devin Haney's a 7-8 figure fighter for sure. But let's say, hypothetically speaking, you were saying 25 M's. Let's say Devin Haney's like, yo, I'm not fighting unless I get 25 M's. We as boxing fans can't tell a motherfucker what they worth, what they feel like they worth. If that's what they feel like their price tag is, that's cool. The question then becomes, because you're worth what you negotiate, who's going to be willing to give you 25 M's to fight? If Turki Al-Sheikh cutting the check for 25 M's, guess what? That nigga's worth 25 M's because he was able to negotiate himself into that situation. So a motherfucker could sit here and be like, fucking Jaron Ennis. He's not no 8-figure fighter. He's not worth 10 million. And let's say Boots goes ahead and he fights fucking, let's say he fights Devin Haney for 15 million in the next, in his next fight. You worth what you negotiate, man. Whatever he's able to get, that's what he's worth. Mi amigo, ¿qué onda? I saw this earlier. Shout out to my boy PYP Boxing, man. Salute, salute, salute. I've been trying to get in touch with PYP Boxing, but he don't fuck with me like that, man. Shit crazy. I'm trying to get PYP Boxing to sponsor my amateur show. Do we have any possible sponsors in the building? Do we have, out of the 32 people that's in the building right now, do we have any potential sponsors for Boxing Under the Skylight? What's that, 15 to 16, man, where we sell well over 300 tickets an event. You know what I'm saying? We trying to give back to the kids, get them some belts, get them some trophies. Do we have any businesses in the building that's willing to sponsor our show May 16th? Let us know, man. Let us know. I'm going to try and get PYP to sponsor us, man. He be too busy building them houses out in Texas and shit like that. You know what I mean? I get it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If anybody is capable of sponsoring our amateur show May 16th at Pivot Boxing Academy, please let me know, man. We would love to, put your business, put your business up in our gym for hundreds of people to see. You know what I'm saying? For all the fighters that regularly come into the gym, we got well over 200 members at our gym as well that'll be exposed to your business. You know what I'm saying? Please hit my line, man. Haney can't generate the bread he asking for. And that's what Eddie Hearn is trying to say. That's what Eddie Hearn's trying to say. You're asking for, let's say he asked Eddie Hearn for 20 million. You're asking for 20 million, but in your last couple fights, you've only generated 8 million. I'm not going to take a $12 million loss to keep $12 million loss to keep you happy. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? But Turkey Al-Sheikh probably like, oh, that's all you want? Okay, cool, here. Don't give a fuck. I just want to see you fight. You're my guy. I just want to see you fight. You're my fellow Muslim brother. I just want to see you fight. I don't really care what the fucking show generates. It's not really I really don't care. You're a star in the sport of boxing. I want to put you on some of my events. So, you know what I mean? Here you go. Hopefully that'll make more people want to go over to Riyadh to see what we about. Turkey Al-Sheikh got a motive just like everybody else doing the sport. It's just different than everybody else's. Trick said, you are only worth what somebody is willing to pay, and Zuffa might be the only company who are willing to pay above market value. Of course, because they're in the process of building something. So right now they have what they're attempting to do is build their foundation, right? So with that comes losses, man. You're going to have a lot of people who's going to be skeptical about, Zuffa. There's going to be boxers that's going to be discouraged from boxing with Zuffa, especially considering them being at odds with sanctioning bodies and, that whole, Muhammad Ali Act they're attempting to amend and shit like that. It's going to throw a lot of fighters off guard. So what they have to do is they have to, they got to set up some some traps. You know what I'm saying? They got to get fighters in a position where they're going to have no other choice but to acknowledge them. How are they going to be able to have these fighters acknowledge them? If they cash them the fuck out. You cash them out, they're going to be willing to work with you. Even if you're paying them insane amount of money that we all know they're not worth. You're going to have to do that in order to lure them in. Once you lure them in, then you can start, chilling out with these crazy, pay. I remember when DAZN was kicking off. Y'all remember when DAZN was kicking off? Everybody was getting paid shit tons of money, bro, to fight on that app. I remember they was cashing Tevin Farmer out. I know Tevin Farmer was eating off that motherfucking DAZN platform. Daniel Jacobs was eating off DAZN. Triple G was eating off DAZN. Canelo was eating off of DAZN. Who else? Mikey Garcia was eating off of DAZN when that shit came out. Like, if you was a boxer coming up during that time, or you happen to be world champion at that time, if you got some of that DAZN money early on, you was cool. Yeah, they gave Triple G like $100 million deal too. They wasn't playing, bro. They gave Canelo a big ass deal, but Canelo ended up suing them. I think they tried to like fall back on the deal, so they ended up suing him, and I think that's how he ended up becoming a free agent off Golden Boy and shit like that. But regardless, he's still done fights with DAZN after the fact. It made ridiculous money. That's where Zuffa's at right now. How could we get these fighters to come over here? It's only one way. You got to give them money that they cannot refuse. That money has to be through the fucking charts. Yeah, Mikey got $5 million for Jesse Vargas. Like, what the fuck? Did he really? Let me see. They say he earned 7. Yo. What? Who said that? $7 million purse. They say he made 7. Oh my God, nigga, that's how you know they was paying crazy. You gave a nigga 7 M's to fight Jesse Vargas. Woo-hoo. No wonder why Mikey was cool off boxing, man. That nigga was eating. He made crazy money off Spence. He made 7 figures for Spence. What they say he made like 3 million. They say he made 3 million, and that was without upside. Yeah, he made 3 million guaranteed for Spence, and that wasn't even including pay-per-view. So he probably made double that. Then you making 7. Oh, my nigga. No wonder why Mikey. That's why Mikey never. No wonder why he ain't signed with a promoter after he left Top Rank. For what? When I could just be a free agent, I could fight over here, get this bag. I could fight on the zone, get this bag. I could fight with PBC, get this bag. Didn't matter where he went. He was running into some money. But Mikey was the man, bro. He deserved that shit. Off of that lawsuit, which I'm sure he spent a shit ton of money getting resolved, he made that money back quick. Hell yeah. Yeah, off that 7 mil, he probably came home with like 3, 4 maybe. Mikey the Zuffa boxing versus Regis. Yeah, I don't know what Mikey got left. Mikey just looked like he wasn't locked in mentally. Like when he fought Sandor Martin, he just saying he didn't look like he was interested. Like you could tell, like there's a different, like what I'm gonna say is the way you approach something when your mind isn't in it in comparison to when it is in it is 2 different people. When I seen Mikey Garcia fighting Sandor Martin, I said, this ain't even Mikey, bro. Like, Mikey looked like he was tapped out mentally. Like he forced himself to get up for that fight. You got to force yourself to get up to do something. You're going to dread it. It's almost like getting up early in the morning for work when you just not there mentally. It's good. Your whole day going to be trash. Yeah. Plus, Sandor Martin, just a tough-ass fucking style to deal with. But let's continue.
Reports come out today. Shakur shut it down real quick.
Yeah.
Haney, Shakur.
Yeah.
And you've represented Shakur too.
Yeah, both. I mean, look, they're both tremendous fighters. Style-wise, that's really not for me the one. And I think I don't see those guys taking a fight like that because I think Shakur knows that Devin's a very good fighter, and Shakur does always want to change himself. Haney knows Shakur's very tricky and hard to beat. I just don't see that fight coming off. I don't know, but Devin's, I heard that Devin was going to sign with Zuffa. I don't know where that's playing out. Then, of course, PBC were trying to make Haney against Romero. See, for me, that's the fight.
Is that the fight?
I mean, yeah, because it's a unification fight. And you've got 2 guys that need a fight of some kind of magnitude. Stick them in with each other.
Can PBC afford it?
But I don't know. Sometimes the fighters have got like, Devin will think he's a strong favourite in that fight. And if so, he should think about that in his demands because then he acquires another belt. And it's just about, otherwise you end up being inactive for a long period of time by not taking fights. If I was him, I'd be trying to make that fight, pick up another belt and just improve my leverage in quite a valuable division.
Look, man, Eddie Hearn was talking in his interview, man. I didn't really see anything wrong with what he said. Like I said, if I was Devin Haney, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Not saying that you shouldn't fight without a guarantee. I think all fighters should have a guarantee going into fights. But it's like considering your options right now, Haney. I don't know what else it is for you to do or where to go. Like, you got Shakur there, but he wants you to have a rehydration clause, and he wants you to have a motherfucking catch weight. You ain't doing none of that. You a world champion at 47. Why would you settle for that? It don't even make sense. All the other champions, they caught up. You feel me? They ain't gonna fight you, or at least they don't want to fight you. Like, if I was Dev, I would just be like, you know what, man, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead, just like you did with George Kambosos, for you to become undisputed. You know what I mean? You took the L, you took the fight, you made the sacrifice just to put yourself in a stronger position. I would have just been like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. Go into that, John. take that motherfucking belt off Rolly Romero, be unified in the division. Then you can go back to Zuffa boxing or Turkey Al Sheikh with 2 belts and get some bigger fights going. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if my back was against the wall, like if I was Dev and I ain't have nothing else lined up, I'm just sitting around being inactive, waiting for an opportunity. It's like, fuck it, bro. I guess I mean that's what I would be on. I don't know. Bill Haney is too greedy to let that happen. I don't think it's greedy though. Like I feel like it's crazy that Devin's coming over to their platform, fighting on their, on their network, and they send him an offer, and Devin Haney was rocking with it at first. I guess he was rocking with the split or whatever the case is, but then once he figured out that, there was no guarantee in that you pretty much eat what you kill, you just split the pay-per-view revenue. I just spit on myself like a fucking retard. My fault. You guys, no guarantee. I just split, a 50-50, pay-per-view revenue, like pay-per-view revenue 50-50. Like, damn, nigga, like, where they do that at? I ain't never heard no shit like that. And I swear, I've only ever heard of PBC that does something like this. Like, y'all couldn't even put up something light for the gear. Y'all niggas saying no guarantee. It's like, fuck. But, if I was Dev right now, man, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck? And y'all got to take into consideration the Haney's that been fucked over before with that Ryan Garcia shit. So, Bill Haney, he's admitted, feeling guilty for that, admitting that he made a mistake in that whole situation. So now they ain't conceding the shit. They got to make sure everything right before they fight because they done been fucked over in the past. I get it, bro. I understand the Haney's, man. It's like you give your heart to a bitch, she cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to jump right back into a relationship, bro. You got to make sure next situation you get into, it got to make sense. Moving forward, whoever I'm dealing with, it got to make sense, bro. Before I commit, it got to make sense because in the past, I've been fucked over. You get trust issues in this boxing shit. It's a lot of greed. It's a lot of fucked up people out here in these sports doing whatever they can to make sure you fall off or they beat you. Missing weight, illegal IVs, performance enhancement drugs. Like, come on, bro. Haney should go to 154 and take that belt from Kelly. Well, Kelly's a Matchroom fighter. So Haney's going to have to deal with Matchroom. He's going to ask for some money that Eddie's not going to be willing to pay him. And it's not going to work. Eddie just said that. Like, bro, like if we was coming up, I probably would have, or at least if you were signed to me, I probably wouldn't mind taking the L. He said there was times where I made money off Haney. Other times I lost money off him. So it sounds like it's a coin toss with Haney from a business perspective, according to Eddie Hearn. So he said, I'm not willing to take that chance where, like I'm not in a position to be losing money no more. I'm trying to get this money. I ain't trying to lose it. If Haney's shooting a price that he feel like he not going to be able to come up off of, he ain't going to do it. And shouldn't nobody do it, to be honest with you. Like, would y'all niggas take a $500 job knowing that it's going to take $2,000 to, get done? No. You're going to lose your fucking business moving like that. If a job costs $500 in materials and you charge $500, you breaking even. You ain't making no money. You doing that shit for free. But if it costs, $500 in materials and you charge and you charge $1,500, you're gonna come home with a nice little profit. So Haney is not in demand from the pan boxing fans. I disagree. I think with the right fight, he can sell an arena out just like anybody else. Haney could be in demand. It's just in accordance with whoever he fights. If he locks in a fight with Shakur Stevenson, you ain't gonna tell me that shit ain't gonna sell out. That shit gonna sell out. If he lock in a fight with Gervonta Davis, you can't tell me that ain't gonna sell out. That's gonna sell out. If he does a rematch with Ryan Garcia, you can't tell me that ain't gonna sell out. That's gonna sell out. Feel me? Let's say he move up and he fight Boots. You can't tell me that ain't gonna sell out. So I think he's in demand. It just depends on who he's facing. Especially if the people feel like they're going to lose. Oh, yeah, they're going to buy into that. Oh, yeah, they're going to buy into that, boy. Well, y'all got any last questions before I get up out of here? Brooklyn Goodfellas said that, yeah, that's niggas that sell on their own. It take two to sell a fight, though. If niggas selling, who paying to watch niggas shadow box in the ring, brother? What you mean? Name one fighter that shadow boxed and broke pay-per-view records. Or no. Gervonta Davis, no. I never see Gervonta Davis in the ring by himself. And I never seen a boxer in boxing history who been in the boxing ring by themselves and sold the shit out. No. Bounce Back 22 says, what fight are you looking forward to more? Boots versus Xander or Foster versus Ford? Boots versus Xander all day. It's a little bit personal with me though. So I got my reasons. Boots is from Philly. You know what I mean? Got a good relationship with Boots. Puerto Rican. Xander Zayas. I'm Puerto Rican. One of my favorite fighters, Boots, getting one of the biggest, if not the biggest opportunity of his career thus far. Yeah, I'm just shit. I got a ticket for it, so shit. Yeah, I'm really excited for the fight. I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna vlog the whole trip. That shit gonna be lit. I can't wait. Well, anyways, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that came through and show love as always. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'll be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,400 mark, looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. Hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.